All right.
Hello there. I'm just remodelling my bathroom at the minute, and I just want some help with the tools and the sort of bits and bobs I might need. Can you give me some advice, please?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Is it everything? You're going to be cutting the tiles, laying them?
Yeah, pretty much. I've got some 600 by 300 mil porcelain.
Okay. How thick's the porcelain?
It's 10 mil.
About 10 mil.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And do you need to cut them?
Yeah, like full job lot. I need to cut adhesives and maybe some grass kits as well, or a grass kit.
For drilling?
Yes, please.
Okay. You wanting to do a manual score and snap tile cutter, or are you using electric?
Yeah, manual actually.
Manual?
Yeah.
There are a few manual porcelain cutters. Is this just it's like a DIY project, or are you gonna be a professional? Like,
no, it's just a one-off project for myself at the minute.
Okay. There's an entry-level tile cutter, which is known as the speed cutter. That should be perfect for up to 10 mil porcelain, using the right scoring wheel. Is it a textured tile, or is it nice and smooth?
No, it's a smooth finish.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, so just a nice 8 mil scoring wheel with the speed cutter, which I believe it comes with anyway.
Oh, good.
But if you were to use like textured tiles or ceramics, slightly different scoring wheel would be a bit better for you.
Okay.
So I could sort you out with the speed cutter. Are you going to be doing any using the knack and angle grinder, any cuts like that?
No, I'm not planning to at the minute.
Okay. What hole sizes are you looking at? Is it all the fixtures and fittings?
Yeah, predominantly 6 mil at the minute.
Okay, so 6 mils are usually for like your mirrors and your like your toilet roll holders and stuff like that. Maybe fixing the showers to the wall and what have you. But if you're using it for like waste pipes and stuff, you'll need bigger holes, probably up to about 100 mil roughly. Like for your toilet waste, or
so it'd be best off getting a couple of kits then.
But you could get a kit, and any that you might be missing or needing, we can obviously add on extra. We've got plenty of range for you. And how old is it? An old bathroom? Is it like how are the walls? Do you know?
No, I don't really know, to be fair. The house itself's not that old. That's 20 years, so.
Okay.
If that's any help.
Well, in a perfect world, every wall would be perfectly flat, and in a perfect world, every tile would be perfectly flat. And that's not the case. I'd recommend a leveling system. Not costly, but it prevents lippage on all the tiles. It is simple as this, really. You'd fit one of them on as you're laying the tiles with the adhesive. Pop that in, and then once you've put the tiles on top, that screws down, and what it does, it creates the right amount of pressure along the line. So if you have 2 or 3 along the edge, it keeps it level. Once the adhesive's set, a quick kick at the side, or use a mallet, it'd snap it off so that wouldn't protrude, so this bottom bit would be under, but it'll leave the tile perfectly level then. And then you can, the grouting will be a lot easier as well.
That's great.
Without the lippage. Are you going to be using trowels as well?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Are these floor tiles or wall tiles?
Wall tiles.
Wall tiles, okay. Need something with a slightly smaller, narrower gap. Maybe 4 mil, 6 mil, possibly. And that just gives it the right amount of grip. So we could get... there you go. So a 6 mil trowel. The smaller the gaps, a bit more adhesion. On the floor, you'd need if you were to tile the floor, that'd say maybe a 10 mil or a 12 mil, so that would be a wider tooth. But that'd be good for that. And grout. So you're needing everything. So grout.
Yeah, everything pretty much. I'd like to have a little look at this.
Yeah, of course. Stainless steel, so nice and easy to clean. If you were to
it's pretty solid as well. I like it.
And that would be for applying the grout. So it's a medium rubber. So there's a nice bit of rigidity there to actually apply the grout to it. But a little bit of give as well. Just makes it flexes it, pushes it into the grout lines as well. So that would be highly recommended as well. We can get something called a wash boy kit. Big bucket with rollers. It makes it a lot easier. So depending on the specific grout you're using, some can be quite hard to clean off. Anyway. but I could sort you out with one of those if you.
Yes, please. Yeah.
And how thick are the grout lines going to be? I'd say 2 mils probably thick, but it depends on what style you're looking for, what effect. But 2 mils probably the most popular in tilers.
That's it. Well, yeah. I'll probably take your advice on that. Something I've not done before at the minute. So
good stuff. Because the leveling clips also act as spacers as well.
Yeah.
So you put them in there. So you don't need to use spacers. Some do, but it's not a necessity. So you can save a bit of money.
Oh, excellent. Always like to save.
I'll bring that up for you. Okay.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Okay, this is most of the stuff. Bear with me.
Brilliant.
Let's have a look at the tile cutter. This is the most important
Yeah,
part.
please.
Because obviously a nice hard carry case. Now with porcelain cutters, you can get cheaper, a lot less ones that are for ceramics. But when you are cutting porcelain is such a dense material. That you need something that's got a bit of more strength to it, primarily in the end brackets that hold the rails. So these are made of nice metal and a solid tube for the rails as well. Prevents less flex. So that's why you pay a little bit more, but you are nailed on to cutting 20mm porcelain with the right scoring wheel.
Okay.
So obviously that's your measuring bar. We'll put it there. You can remove this. There we go.
I see.
That can be stored in the bottom of the case.
Okay.
So when you are cutting, you can adjust it to the right length. When you are manually cutting, especially in bathrooms and stuff like that, you'll be doing a lot of the same size cuts along the edges and what have you. So set it in, get it set, that's not shifting. So if you have to do 5, 10 more cuts like that, you only have to put them in, score,
brilliant. It'll just keep its position.
And it'll keep it position, yeah. These extend out. So obviously we've got a 600 by 300 tile, depending on where you need to cut. That'll give you a bit extra support, especially if you have to cut off. If you're not cutting directly in the middle, if you're just cutting a little bit off the edge, kind of thing, like that. So that's the 8mm scoring wheel.
Yeah.
So it's got a nice little groove down the middle, and it correlates to what's on there. There's a little groove in there. You pop it in, and then what you want to do, when you've got the set length, just twist it into position. That locks it in.
Yeah.
And then when you are scoring, nice glide like that, nice and smooth. And then push it down. And the rubber, another reason why this is good for porcelain.
Yeah.
Nice.
A bit more protection.
Well, it's a bit not protection as such, but it gives a bit.
Yeah.
So you've got the main bar in the middle, that'll stay there. So that goes down the fault line.
Oh, I see.
So as that pushes down the tile on each side, these long arms give you a nice clean snap.
And just what I noticed with the scoring wheel, so if in the future I did another project, it'll take different scoring wheels.
Interchangeable.
Fantastic.
So if it's nice, small tile, glazed tile, like some polished ceramics, a 6mm. 6mm, they're not much at all. Again, you just twist it and it pops out. And then they go up to 22mm. You probably may not need that. That's like heavily textured tiles. But yeah, it takes all the scoring wheels you need.
Well, you never know. Depends what jobs the other half gives me.
Yeah. So when you're done, goes round. Oops. If you look on this edge as well. So if you did have more scoring wheels,
oh, I see.
They go in there like that.
Excellent.
That pops down. Nice storage. Maybe get it wiped down beforehand, make sure it's not wet and all that, so it doesn't rust up. But yeah, and they have a standard 3-year warranty. Lasts you a long time.
That's fantastic. I'm sold on this one.
Doesn't come with wheels, but it's fine. There's your leveling system. Do you have an angle grinder?
I don't, like I said, but I can get, I can use one. Okay.
Well, these are M14 standard angle grinder threads, so they will go into any type of angle grinder. Can get you one. We do a battery powered one, a CAS, so we can get that for you.
Oh, okay.
So
Do you have one of those in stock?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'll have a look at one of those if that's all right.
So yeah, you just take the blade flange off, and yeah, you just make sure it's nice and tight on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Is there any more questions?
Do you have a bag?
But pop in or give us a call or whatever easier. My name's Scott. You can ask for me. That's absolutely fine.
Brilliant.
Like that.
Thank you very much.
All right.